Hey guys, today we are going to do a video on cleaning our makeup brushes. So I basically just have a warm cup mason jar of water. I put a couple of squirts of Onguard cleaner concentrate, and I couldn't find my tea tree, so I grabbed my Melaleuca, but we have changed strands, so it would be tea tree now. I put about 4 drops of that in there. And then I'm going to start with my foundation brush, and you can see it is terrible. So all I'm going to do is kind of swish it around in there, and you saw that white water when I started, and you can see how much is coming off. Now I do use a brand of makeup called Crunchy, so that is what all my brushes are. So I am using more of like a bamboo type bristle. Now they do have a scrub brush, so what I like to do is kind of get it stirred up with the solution and let that sit for maybe 10-15 minutes, and then I will go back in with my little scraper and kind of scrape off all the excess. Now one thing, because like I mentioned, you can already see the color of water on mine. So one thing that I did mention is you may need, depending on how bad your brushes are, you may need to actually empty this and just fill it up with another thing of water. Usually that's what I like to do. I do like to try to clean my brushes at least once every 2 to 3 weeks. I'm good sometimes to get it in once every 4 weeks, so once a month. And that really helps on just killing any kind of bacteria and stuff. You know, like you're putting this around your eyes and things like that, so that does help with all that. So this water is pretty milky, chocolate milky looking. So I'm going to step out of the camera real quick and just put some clean water in there. And you can see as I'm putting the clean water in, it kind of, you can tell the coloration changes. So now I'm going to take my little scrubber and I'm going to start, and I'm just going to rub it off, and you can tell all the stuff that was like in the bristles. I'm going to do this over the sink, just so it's not so bad. And then once I scrub it, and you can see a huge difference from when I started to what I'm doing now. Y'all saw it when I first started. So there's a little bit more left in there, but not near as much as there was. So I'm going to lay that one down. This one's going to be a little bad. This is my foundation brush. So I'm just going to step over on the sink side again and do that. And again, you can tell once your bristles are not coming off as dirty, that it has kind of, so you can look and see that the bristles are not, this is that first brush that we put in when we first started. This is my blush brush, so same thing with it. You're just going to see a lot of like pinkish, I'm going to turn some water on. You're going to see a lot of like pinkish color with it coming out. And like I can truly tell, like the blush brush still has a lot of pigments in it because of the color of the bristles. See how those bristles are almost white again? So I am scrubbing it. Again, I did say I am super bad about doing it at the time frame I need to do it in. So I am going to scrub each one just to kind of loosen it up. But I am going to go back and put in some clean water and just let it sit for about 5 minutes or so, just to get the rest of those pigments out of the color. Once we are done, okay, so I'm going to clean. This is my second cup of water. See how clean my brushes are going to be? Woo! Once we are done cleaning them, I'm going to let y'all look so y'all can see I'm starting with another clear cup of water. I'm going to put just a little squirt of the Onguard cleaner concentrate, and I'm going to add a couple of drops of Melaleuca. Now again, the reason I like to add the Melaleuca is it does have antifungal properties, and so that's going to be really good for any kind of like bacteria or anything like that that could have been on your face, and You know, we constantly use these same brushes. As I mentioned earlier, you know, we use them around our eyes and things like that. So that was my powder brush that I just stuck in there. I'm going to clean that one off real quick. And I'm going to go back to that foundation brush. We remember that first cup of water that we had, how dirty it was when that foundation brush went in. And you can see all that color coming out. Again, I do like to mention your bristles. You know, my bristles were brown when I first started with the foundation. So you definitely can tell when all your color is out. That's why I like to use a jar of water versus just scrubbing it on the scrub pad, because I like to stir it up and get those pigments and all in between the bristles out. Now this was the blush brush, and there was you can see we have a little bit of pinkish still on there. So this one may have to soak, and it could just be a little bit of a dyed on because I hadn't done it. I'm gonna do more better. Do more better. How's that for some language on a Monday? Huh. Okay. Alright. So I'm gonna leave that one in. And then these are all my eye pencils. So I'm just gonna put them back in there because eye makeup is a little bit darker. I'm pretty happy with these two. So I'm just gonna leave them on the towel. Just kind of blot them. And I'll just let them dry throughout the day. I'll clean this. I'll put a couple of drops of Melaleuca on there. And then put some warm water over that. Again, just to help clean off any of that bacteria and stuff. So again, I'm gonna let those soak for just a few more minutes. And just kind of repeat that process of breaking it up. And then I will just let them sit here on the towel and dry. So there is another way of using your oils and not having to buy things over the counter and stuff to take care of our everyday needs. So I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys next week.